Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Wilkes-Barre area for tonight's basketball matchup. West Scranton taking on the Wolfpack of Wilkes-Barre area. Max Greger with us here in the first half. Welcome in, Max.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Well, expectations tonight. Right now, we're thinking on paper. Wilkes-Barre looks like they should have a advantage tonight. First-year coach is Maureen Kenny here out of West Scranton. Knocked away there by Denasia Moore. You've seen the ladies here for the Wolfpack this year several times. What have been your impressions of the Wolfpack?
The main thing is you could tell they have energy.
How about as far as playing together? They seem like a team that just they gel well.
Oh, they certainly do. They're able to get some shots around the perimeter and drive down low.
Here's Ardo Boyko taking it coast to coast. She finishes score. Now that full court pressure we're going to see, that went off of West Scranton, and it'll be Wolfpack basketball. A little bit of body contact there, no call, but the Wolfpack will get the inbound.
And that loops back to the energy, full court press right out of the gate.
So here is the Wolfpack. Ardo Boyko has one bucket. Evans will survey a little bit. Gloria Ajayi is the main cog there in the center, and she gets the bucket. Moves well without the basketball, Max.
Oh, she does. She finds ways to get open.
Here's Ajayi on the steal. It's on the ground right now. That'll be got rid of it real quickie, and now it'll go back over to Denasia Moore. So we're in quarter number one. It is a 4-spot right now for the Wolfpack. Ardo Boyko to Evans. Evans will look around, skip pass over to Moore. Moore will pull up the three and score it. Timeout, West Scranton. It's going to be a full timeout. You go down a touchdown early, that's tough for West Scranton.
That is, but luckily for West Scranton, that's only a minute 20-some into the game. Still have time to slow it down, get some points on the board, and get some stops.
The big thing will be just the ball handling component. Talk a little bit about, you face that. Usually you're facing teams when there's ball handling issues when you get to the playoffs. Wolfpack likes to press it early to kind of get teams up to speed. Now, we've seen the Wolfpack against a team like Honesdale. They came to play, but West Scranton right now. So, Max, we're back here. Long ball. And Ardo Boyko will hustle it, gets it down to Maloney. And now they'll work it over to Molly Donovan. Now Maloney back in her hands. And West Side trying to get moving. Stuffins over there by Reagan Holden. Moore, the pass. Ardo Boyko, finisher.
If you're West Scranton, you definitely don't want to give the Wolfpack those fast breaks. They really utilize those.
Denasia Moore, speed, lefty layup. It is 11-0. So you got to feel right now for West Scranton that pressure there out of the Wolfpack. Here's Moore. Ajayi scored that one as well. Tough right now if you're a West Side fan. This is the Wolfpack just at full throttle on you. Ardo Boyko in for the bucket. She gets fouled. 13-zip, 5:42 in the first. So, Max, when you think about things we've seen the Wolfpack do and work on, I think they like, even though they're very good at that full court pressure, I think Coach Mushak Nami wants to keep working on it so they get even crisper. And tonight they look super crisp to start this game.
They sure do so far, up by 13 in the first 2 minutes or so.
Ardo Boyko, she's one of those girls that she gives it her all, throws her body all over the place. Just an aggressive player, but most of these Wolfpack players right now are doing that. as they bring in the zone defense and they throw it deep and do get it down court. It does get down to Gianna Tallow.
That's one way to beat the full court press.
So here comes the half court set. Olivia Dewar now with the basketball. Gets it over to Madison Nowakowski. And that will be a foul on Dewar. She's a senior.
That was actually a pretty nice cut there by Dewar.
Maureen Kenny is the head coach. Justin Carney, the assistant coach. E.J. Dewar also helping out. 14-0 Wolfpack. And the free throw as West Scranton gets on the scoreboard. So the next one to come in for the Wolfpack appears to be Emma Krashiniak. She's a sophomore, already has the shirt off and the jersey ready to go. And now it'll be 14-2. Got to travel. Our crew tonight, Caleb Williams, Max Greger, and Angelina Mendola. 5:21 on the clock here in quarter number one. It's been all Wolfpack thus far, just 2 free throws for West Side. Here's a trap. Scranton does a good job of breaking that trap to get it up court. They pull up a shot. That one is off the mark, but Molly Donovan tried to get a look at it. Now they'll move it around a little bit. It'll go back over to Reagan Holden and back over to Evans. So Holden now looking for the open person. It's Moore for the three. Bangs down another one. Second three. West Scranton now coming down, breaking the pressure. 17-2. There's a three-pointer, and they connect. Madison Maloney, the senior.
West Scranton, maybe they could get a spark off that three-point basket.
Down low, Ardo Boyko into Ajayi, and that is an in and outer. Tough spot to be in to try to get that. Should have just drove it in and put it up against the glass, but a lot of traffic there. Quick fake, no travel. 4:10 on the clock. West Scranton now moving the ball around. Trying to settle, you feel like West Scranton settling in a little bit more, Max.
They do. They just got that three-point basket. They're handling the Wolfpack defense a little bit better, and they're able to get through that press.
Again,
just comes down to making baskets.
First-year coach Maureen Kenny just hoping. She's barking out the commands there, wanting a little bit more out of her Lady Invaders. A lot of pride there in West Scranton. Was in town earlier this week. Traffic, door-to-door, back-to-back, you name it, over there. And here comes Ajayi. Gloria Ajayi, and they're going to call that offensive. That was a smart play there by Maloney.
Yeah, she's not even that large. Being able to take the charge from Ajayi, that was a smart move.
Just got in the right position at the right time. She was moving, but then set her feet, and Ajayi just ran her over. 3:28 on the clock. Here at Wilkes-Barre area, the brand new high school here on the John Mendola Show. Appreciate you joining us. This is our last game before the Christmas break, and then we'll be back next week. Well, you got a couple of games scheduled in between Christmas and New Year's. Kwanzaa on the 26th. Well, lots of stuff going on with holiday fun here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Gloria Ajayi from Ardo Boyko. 14-point advantage, Ardo Boyko again. Steeler. And the layup. 21-5. Timeout, West Scranton. It's 30 seconds. So, Max, some improvements out of West Scranton. Then the Wolfpack got on a little run here. What do you think Coach Kenny's saying over there in the huddle right now to West?
I would say he's saying you guys are doing an all right job at settling in. It looks like they're doing a better job of moving the ball around on offense, but just they have that one slip up every now and then that leads to Wolfpack getting a turnover and finishing on the other side.
And she's talking to him now. I think she just wants them to, as you say, handle that pressure, keep their heads, and try to space out a little bit the best they could. If they get that spacing, that'll help West Scranton. Again, it's 21-5. You know, you'd like to get to double digits maybe before the end of the quarter. keep it to 10 or 12 if you're West Scranton. I'm sure Mary Mushak Namey's like, listen, let's keep our foot on the gas over on the other end.
They could either melt some clock or they could get a basket. Really, whenever they try to drive in, Ajayi's much larger than the centers that West Scranton has.
So here's West Scranton. They get the inbound over half court. Good job by the Invaders. Coach Kenny making an adjustment. That's a bombs away, Lorraine. No go. Another one from way downtown. Didn't make it. Hopefully West Scranton could unwake Lorraine tonight. 2:30 on the clock. Still dribbling around, still waiting. Krashiniak going to be in the game shortly. And now the turnover. Here it comes Holden. Moore, Ardo Boyko gets rid of it. Evans, little jumper, 6-footer, score it.
That was a very nice player. Ardo Boyko was right in the middle of the traffic, and she was able to find Evans.
Here comes the trap. It'll get Evans on the foul over there. And here comes Krashiniak, 2:06 on the clock. 23-5 is the score. West Scranton will get the inbound. We got a Lady Invader coming in, Emily Bresser. She is a junior.
For the Wolfpack, number 24, Emma Krachenjuk.
So we get a turnover, and now we'll get Cradle into the lineup here. It's a little different look here out of the Wolfpack. What have you seen out of Cradle and Krashiniak so far early in the season, Max?
Well, so far you could tell they're great role players. They do what they're supposed to do. They're not out here to be scoring all the points, getting all the rebounds. They just know their role and they succeed in it.
Krashiniak has that opportunity to shoot well. Missed the first one. Ajayi just missed that. Ardo Boyko playing a little volleyball. She could probably do that too. And it gets out and back into the Wolfpack hands. 1:36 on the clock. 23-5 the count. Wolfpack at home against West Side Story. Ardo Boyko out to Moore. Could she hit her third three? Babumski! 3 threes for Denasia Moore. She's on fire right now. Doesn't take a whole lot of them, but when you take your first three and they all go in, that feels good. Here comes West Scranton, just trying to get some ball movement going here. Maloney has the only three here. The other two shots were foul shots, so the only field goal. That runner there, a little off balance, was Zoe Zamorich.
The last couple possessions, West Scranton hasn't been getting off bad shots. It's just a matter of whether they fall or not.
That shot there by the Wolfpack, no go by Krashiniak.
Checking in for the Invaders, number 13, Molly Donovan, and number 35.
Donovan back in. Let's bring in Kadeja Dees now, number 35. She is a 10th grader. So Coach Kenny just trying to get some different players in and get their feet wet. Here trailing 26-5 with about 40 seconds to go here in the first. West with some ball movement here. It's Dewar. Dewar takes it low, gets it tied up for a second. They'll come over the ball. Lollipops up in the air. Moore's got Ardo Boyko. Finds her. Is it a finisher? Yeah!
Shelby Ardo Boyko.
A whole lot of Ardo Boyko in this first quarter, just running the floor, hustling all over. 13 seconds on the clock. 28-5. Final shot coming up here for West Scranton. And a turnover with 4.6 seconds to go. Coach Kenny, you can't be happy there. You'd like to get at least a look at the bucket with 8 seconds on the clock and a little bit of a boo-boo there with the turnover.
Yeah, you'd like something to build on for the second quarter if you're West Scranton.
Krashiniak, quick hitter, got it to go. It's a three. 31-5. Quarter number one in the books. Max Greger, John Mendola will be right back. Back and ready to go here for the second half. John Mendola and Max Greger with you here this evening. So it's 31-5 after one quarter. And we got some substitutions in. We bring in number 2 for the 3. That doesn't go. That's Jetta Mager. And it'll be West Scranton basketball. So some more substitutions over on West side. Talk about the substitutions here for West Scranton. I mean, I think it's okay for Coach Kenny to just filter in some players and just see, maybe somebody will do a couple good things. This is a good time to check your team even when you're on the other end of the scoreboard. Here's the 3 coming in, and another 3 out of Madison Maloney.
Yeah, sometimes changing up the lineup pays off, and you can see already 3-point basket here for West Scranton.
So a travel there by Cradle, just slid her feet a little bit. Kenny gets a turnover. So Naima Woods is in the lineup. She's a sophomore. There's a lot of youth here on this West Scranton program. They've graduated some good players over the last couple of years. So a rebuilding process right now for the Invaders. Donovan can handle the basketball. Maloney able to handle the basketball. That shot doesn't work. Here's Krashiniak. Ajayi misses. 3 for a quarter, and she at least tries to grab the rebound. You can see Gloria a little frustrated with herself there, unable to finish, something she's usually pretty good at.
And that happens sometimes. You can't make all the baskets, but she's made plenty so far.
She's a hard worker. She's got a good attitude, always even keel out there. That's what you got to like about Gloria Ajayi here for the Wolfpack. Cradle trying to guard over there. It gets picked off. Here is Mager. Gets it down to Krashiniak. Got somebody underneath and a good bucket. Nazario.
Krashiniak threaded the needle on that one, able to get a bounce pass in the paint.
So Jersoli Nazario. Tough spelling first name, but I love the name. Jersuli, and then Nazario with the early bucket here for the Wolfpack in quarter number 2. She is a senior. Mager looking around. We got 2 substitutions coming in. Donovan gets it taken away, and Krashiniak will go back in her hands. 5:55 on the clock. They go inside. Ball game to Nazario. Falls down, tries to save it, and it goes out of bounds. Emily Bresser comes back into the lineup. And Olivia Dewar in the lineup as well. 5:44 on the clock. Holden is back in, and Ardo Boyko is as well. Ajayi takes a break. Dewar back out to Woods. Now back over to Bresser. Bresser's going to drive.
Fouls on the Wolfpack.
So Bresser had a little bit of a runner there.
First, team 4.
Draws the foul.
Any way you could get some points, and West Scranton's able to find their way to the free throw line.
Southpaw puts it in. 33-9 with 5:22 to go.
West Scranton has been hanging in here so far this second quarter.
And there's another free throw. So they're doing okay at the free throw line. You like a lot of the fundamentals. They could get the job done with that. 5:17 now on that clock. Basic set here by the Wolfpack. You see West Scranton in his zone, just kind of trying to trap. Runner there, Cradle with the bucket.
That was some great ball movement there by the Wolfpack, able to find the open man and let him drive and get the basket.
Dewar took a bad step there and then just dribbled back. Almost slipped. That one stripped away there as Bresser tried to do some. Cradle got to protect that basketball. He's got West Side Invaders lurking. 4:37 on the clock. Cradle down low, couldn't get it, and Dewar with the steal. They tried to bang that into Nazario. Bresser up court, Ardo Boyko. She's like a bunny out there. She's just hustling it.
Ardo Boyko will run through a brick wall if you ask her to. She'll do anything for this Wolfpack team.
It's the way she rolls. 4:25 on the clock. Backdoor play there by Bresser. No go. And it will be Ardo Boyko now with the basketball. Gets it out to Holden. Holden back over, moves it around to Cradle. Cradle, great first move and a beautiful dish. Unable to finish there was Nazario, and then she gets fouled and will head over to the free throw line. So good presence there, Cradle, of just knowing, hey, I might not be at a good angle here, but I'm going to throw it into my buddy, and she heads to the free throw line.
Yeah, Cradle's been having a good game so far, getting ample playing time so far. She's been doing good on defense, too. She has, like, maybe 3 or 4 steals already.
So it's Nazario hits the free throw, 36-10. A 26-point lead here for the Wolfpack in quarter number 2. So Dewar will play point guard, bring it down. Ardo Boyko will play that tough man-to-man defense. Trying to scoop it there is Dewar and Ardo Boyko on the foul. We haven't had a whole lot of fouls. I mean, this is more than you would think. We've had 5 team fouls for the Wolfpack and just 2 for West Scranton, but we're in the first half, not the first quarter.
But fouls are just a byproduct of this team's aggression there. Like, their energy is so high, it just happens sometimes.
Evans will check in. Grado will come out. And again, we go back to West Scranton. They haven't missed on that free throw line yet.
Maybe they could, like, put that skill to use, like, try to get there more often. They've been 6 for 6 so far, I believe. That's half their points.
36-12. It's a 2-dozen-point lead, or 2 trays of pizza if you're from Old Forge. West Scranton knows something about pizza. They got a couple of great places there, including our good friend Vincenzo's Pizzeria there on Main Ave in West Side. Inside ball game, no go. A misser there by Nazario. She's got to use that glass and finish that one. Ardo Boyko gets beat to the point. The runner doesn't go. Dewar gets fouled. 3:18 on the clock.
West Scranton is doing a good job of realizing that they can make some free throws. So the way you're probably going to draw fouls is driving in, and that time they don't get the basket on the first one, but they are able to get the foul in the putback.
You can tell there's a lot of work on these free throws in practice. I mean, you're not 7 for 7 very often, and a team right now that only has 13 points. If Maureen Kenny's focusing, listen, we got to hit our free throws, that's a positive by her and the coaching staff is saying we got to build on that. First miss. Moving along here, bombs away! So Evans hits the 3, makes it 39-13. Holden on the steal. Kick it out. Mager now inside. Nazario!
In that position there for the Wolfpack, I don't think there were any dribbles there, just passing the ball around. It's a great job by them.
Good to have another big producing. You hate to see, hey, an injury down the road for, they have a little extra play in the guards, but in the bigs, getting somebody like Nazario going, even though we know Ardo Boyko could probably step in and play anywhere on the court, having Nazario step up when Ajayi's on the bench, that's huge.
Yeah, this team is pretty versatile the way it is, and now we know that they have some depth at the post.
Here comes Holden. 2:15 on the clock, quarter number 2. Try to pound it into Nazario. A little bit of a force there. Mager probably could have just pulled it back a bit, but hey, when you're up 41-13, sometimes you take a couple chances. Nice pass there. Bresser tried to get it to go. Ardo Boyko with the save. Scoops it right back inside over to Dewar. Impressive save, but it went back into the paint.
Yeah, she looked like a Spider-Man on that one.
30-second timeout called by the Wolfpack.
So 1:49 on the clock, and Wolfpack take a 30-second timeout. We're back. Buck 46 on the clock. John Mandola, Max Greger with you here this evening. Caleb Williams will join us for color commentary in the second half, so we'll talk with him as he's been part of our broadcast the last couple of times here and taking in the Wolfpack team. Here is Denasia Moore from Gloria Ajayi. Score the bucket. So Mary Mushak-Namey wanted to have a quick conversation with the team, probably about staying crisp. Ardo Boyko, that one just goes off the glass, and she hustled that just a little bit, had some time. Moore's 3 for 3. Holden fakes that 3. Holden tries to rack it up, but she'll head to the free throw line instead.
Fouls on the invaders.
Saw West Scranton swiping at that ball, but Holden was able to keep it away from basically all of them.
Max, you look at the positives of this West Scranton team. We talked about free throws, but you're down a ton. You only have 15 points, but they're not just crazy fouling. Like that's discipline. That's important. I think you have to build on that for West Scranton, that they're not just out there fouling everybody.
Yeah, they're definitely like keeping a level head. They're realizing that they do have some strong suits here. They just have to get some more baskets to fall because they've been getting pretty good shots.
Moore is lightning quick and one. Denasia Moore has got double-digit points, sets herself right on that free throw line saying, give me the extra free one here with 47.6 points to go. Seconds to go. Here is Moore now on that free throw. A little hard. Ardo Boyko, 2 for a quarter.
Shelby Ardo Boyko.
47-15, 34 seconds on the clock. Bresser gets stripped. Here comes Ardo Boyko. Going to slow it down enough, give Reagan Holden, pass that ball around a little bit, get everybody a chance here. Evans goes to the opposite side, Ajayi at the top of the key. Your Wilkes-Barre, just slow it down, take one here. Commando right now on that scoreboard. Moore, 11 seconds. Holden, plenty of time. Denasia Moore couldn't go 4 for 4, but she tried. Max 47-15. Caleb Williams will join us for the second half. You'll go over to the computer side of things, but impressions by the Wolfpack, A+, right?
Definitely, and they're not letting their foot off the gas either. Like, as you saw, the last 2 out of the 3 possessions, 2-and-1s there.
Well, hey, great to see you. Enjoy the holiday with your family, and we'll catch up with you next week.
All right, thanks. Happy holidays.
back for the second half. John Mendola now joined by Caleb Williams, who is a senior at Wilkes-Barre area. We'll hear from Caleb here coming up as we see Gloria Ajayi try to go downtown and misses that Dewar with the rebound. And Caleb, let's talk about your impressions. You're on the computer the whole first half, but you got to see them compete. Wolfpack all over it.
Yeah, John, the Wolfpack are being really aggressive. They didn't let their foot off the gas all first half, but West Scranton, despite being 15-47, they are showing a lot of heart. They are really good from the free throw line, and they can carry that momentum.
Ajayi scores on that one as West Scranton now just tries to go possession by possession. And the pressure is off now from the Wolfpack. And you would hope to see that West Scranton could settle in their half-court offense, try to get a couple opportunities. Dewar down low. 49-17. Wolfpack will slowly move the ball around. Their original starting lineup is in. I'm sure we'll see a whole side of the bench this second half here. Moore to the rack, and Moore scores that one. She's been on fire. Outside, inside, Caleb. You've seen Denasia Moore do a little bit of everything.
Yeah, Denasia's been on fire tonight. Her athleticism and her shot IQ have been really on point tonight. West Scranton has just been not able to stop her.
West Scranton moves the basketball that off the rim. Outside shot there by Molly Donovan, one of the starters. So here's Moore now. Just look around, back over to Holden. Ardo Boyko just trying to take up a little bit of space. And Ajayi is inside. Boyko. No carry called there. And Holden will kick it back out to Moore. 5:53 on the clock. We are in the second half, quarter number 3. Evans, Holden. Holden's bounce pass, Ajayi. That's a tough place for a bounce pass. You have to get it just right, and Holden did the perfect bounce pass. 5:29 on the clock. A lot of seniors on this team, experienced 3 of them right now on the court. That always helps you coming off a district championship.
Absolutely. I got the opportunity to interview 3 of them, Gloria, Reagan, and Shelby. All very determined, very hopes set very high.
Ardo Boyko tries to get it, but it is tipped out there by number 21, Gianna Tallow. She is a senior. Light crowd tonight, Caleb, but maybe people watching us right now on YouTube or Boxcast or what have you, getting some last-minute shopping done. Moore now gets it into Ardo Boyko, who tries to get it to go, and Ajayi is there and then kicks it back out, holding for the 3. That hits the back of the rim. Ardo Boyko gets the upsies. Ajayi can't hit that jumper and to get a rebound back to West Scranton. 53-17. Maureen Kenny in her first year, trying to get her team to get the movement. Here comes Ardo Boyko now. She'll slow it down, get it over to Holden. .407 on the clock. Ajayi, score it. Gloria is such a nice young lady. She's humble, but a hard worker. And you just like to see her have success out there on the court.
Yeah.
You had a chance to talk to her earlier this year?
I did have a chance to interview her for our school newspaper. She was very, I would say, humbled, very hardworking. She put focal point on teamwork more than getting back to back to championships this year.
Yeah, they still think they have to work hard.
Absolutely.
So Donovan's on the free throw line, or I'm sorry, Madison Maloney on the free throw line. She hits that first one. They've been very good on the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, and they've also been, they've been very disciplined, as it was attested to before. First year head coach, trying to see what works, but right now very disciplined set of girls and very good from the free throw line.
55-18 the count, 3:43 on the clock. Here's Holden with the basketball. Ajayi's still trying to hit that three. That's her third chance. That one airballs. So, Coach can say, all right, Glory, I know we're up, but, we'd rather see you on the inside here. Here is Dewar, and Dewar puts one from downtown, 55-21. Evans now with the basketball. Pounded inside, Ajayi. Evans with the jumper. That one's long. Ardo Boyko. She could be a contortionist. Her body's all over the place, and she always seems to just get a hand or a finger on the ball.
Yeah, Ardo Boyko is really flying around the court. She always seems like she's around the ball.
Probably has a basketball in her bed. She's just a kid. She's a soccer player in the fall. She's a basketball player. She's just an overall good athlete. I know she did some track and field on the junior high as well, so she'll try anything. 2:44 on the clock. The clock continues to roll here with the huge lead here for the Wolfpack. We wish everybody a happy holiday. We'll be back next week. We got a couple of games, the boys and the girls. Looking forward to that Holy Redeemer Wolfpack game. Redeemer, one of the best teams here in northeastern Pennsylvania. They're 3A. They have the potential to win districts and maybe move into the state playoffs and maybe make a couple round run. A good team.
Yeah, Redeemer's the team to beat, but I think our boys can have a good chance to pull off the upset.
They might be able to. Wolfpack has showed some spurts. Executive education, they had a guy going to Florida State and a guy going to, I think it might be Drexel. And so those guys, impressive. Nice rebound over there by Kadeja Dees. Here is Krashiniak and kisses it off the glass in the front. And Ajayi didn't get it either. So both of them got robbed of buckets there with 1:38 to go.
Yeah, it seemed like the rim was kind of coated with Teflon there. 3 shots, no bucket.
Bressler on the layup didn't go, and now we got Holden coming down. Evans on the fake, kicks it back out. 30-point advantage. Krashiniak for 3, front of the rim, hits the top, and it's out.
Other thing that I just thought about, West Scranton's been really good on the outside shot with the 3 ball. Most of their points have come from the outside or on the charity stripe.
Yeah, they've done a good job there with the free throws. Another opportunity there by Dees. Couldn't finish it. 45 seconds here on the clock. Move the ball around. Evans rims out. 27 seconds on the clock. Here's a steal, and Evans going coast to coast. And one. Hustled by West Scranton to try to get back. You commit the foul, but good job by Evans of finishing.
Yeah, up until that point, West Scranton's defense was really on point those last couple of series.
Just one team foul apiece here in the third quarter. And again, it's been a lot of patience here by the Wolfpack just moving the basketball around. Ardo Boyko tried to get her octopus arm in there. Couldn't get that one. She's got a bunch today, though. Just a good hustler. And Ardo Boyko will come up with that one, but a good steal there over on West Scranton's side. That's good hustle by Woods. And that'll be quarter number 3 in the books. Caleb Williams with us here. It's John Mendola, and we have 1 quarter to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and be prepared for the final stanza.
We would like to thank
We're back for quarter number 4. We've got Cradle on the floor, Mager, Nazario, Krishiniak, and one more in Brito. Catherine Brito, a junior, on the floor. That shot goes long, but I love the hustle right now out of 4 Woods. She's just doing everything she could. And again, that's one thing you always look for, Caleb, is no quit in your team. Maureen Kenny has to be impressed with that. Brito down low.
Yeah, the West Scranton defense just doesn't seem to quit. No matter how much they're down, they just don't seem to stop.
So Brito gets that nice little jumper down low. That's good for them, as it's 59-21. 7:20 on the clock. Here comes a turnover. Nowakowski, no backcourt call. That was pretty close, but no biggie. Wilkes-Barre staying in that zone. Woods looking for the basketball, seeing if she could do something with it. Down low, posted up is Dees. Here's Dees. No jump there, and Woods hits the 3. I like what I'm seeing out of Woods, a good spark for the future here. And again, Woods just right now, she's a sophomore. West Scranton, you're looking for any positives you could get, and they're competing. Krishiniak with the jumper, that goes long. Rebound comes here for West Scranton. They'll take it down the other way. That is Victoria Hearn. Dees kicks it out. Here comes an outside shot. Nowakowski downtown. Her dad watching in the stands gets to see that first bucket by Nowakowski tonight. 59-27. Cradle. Krishiniak. Krishiniak directing the offense. A little bit of spacing right now. Need to get Nazario over that other side, and West Scranton will bring the basketball down. That shot comes up short by Dees. So Kadeja Dees had a couple of looks, didn't make them, but out there hustling hard right now, trying to body up Nazario. Mager hits the tray. Come off the bench, nice when you can throw one down because you're kind of cold at this point into the fourth quarter. Mager played a little bit here in the second, but nice job for her to get that jump shot.
Yeah, get some points from your bench people. Get them some experience. And for West Scranton, you know, you said that their one is a sophomore who hit that 3-ball earlier. Want to get some nice production out of those young people of the future, especially for a first-year head coach.
Celia Emiliani is in the lineup now for West Scranton. Steal, Mager, up court. Krishiniak's got a trailer, and she hits it. (64-27), 4:35 on the clock here. Outside, bombs away, no go there as Hearn tried to hit it. Here comes Cradle down on the other side. Natalia Cradle. Cradle seems like she's doing a lot of the little things right. She's not getting a lot of opportunities, but making layups, making good passes, making some steals. Those are important to get more time on the floor.
Yeah, she's making the most of her limited opportunities. Going to really look good in the eyes of Coach Namey.
Woods misses that one, goes to Cradle, gets it over to Mager, and now Krishiniak has it with 3:56 to go. 66-27. Skip pass. Krishiniak comes up with it. 4-foot jumper connection. I think we'll start to see the rest of the younger players come in here for the Wolfpack.
Get a nice look at the future of this team.
Cradle with a rebound here, 3:26. John Bedolla joined by Caleb Williams. He's a senior in the STEM program here at Wilkes-Barre area. Mager for a long ball, doesn't make it. Brito didn't leave her feet there. Brito hustling, had one earlier, and then Nazario unable to finish that one.
Checking into the Wolfpack, number 45, C.C. Chandler. Number 25, Katie Keating. For the Invaders, number 41, Haley Pinto.
68-27. We'll get a host of players that are in now. So Sandra Chandler is in the lineup. Katie Keating. Woods misses that one. Cradle with a basketball and Mager. And we still got Brito in the lineup here. 2:30 on the clock. Getting a little closer to the holiday. We're all a little bit happy about that. Traffic's a little crazy, and we're kind of calmed down right now here in the den of the Wolfpack with a commanding lead here against West Scranton. A rare foul here in the second half. Robinson comes in and Loha in the lineup as well. Caleb, you got to see the boys play the other night?
I did.
Impressions of them? I mean, they played a very good executive education team, but a surge there in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they played really good in that second half of basketball, especially against the executive ed where you stated that one of them's committed to Florida State and another committed to a different college. They played really well against a very tall, very big team.
Yep, a very talented team. And by the way, they are 3A, as I may have mentioned. Holy Redeemer's 3A. That team's 3A. That'd be a team that Holy Redeemer could run down into in the future. And again, if Holy Redeemer is able to win districts, we're not saying they're going to, but they're a prohibitive favorite here in northeastern Pennsylvania. We got some teams that are pretty good overall. Robinson for the long ball didn't make it. Chandler got her hands in there, but West Scranton comes up with the rebound. That's Dees. Now back over to Bresser. $1:09 on the clock. We're going to wrap this thing up pretty quickly here at the end. So, again, our thoughts are with you and your family to be safe and have a good family vacation, holiday, so to speak, as we'll be back next week. Good job there by the Wolfpack trying to get their hand in there was Loha. Robinson end up calling with a foul. 45 seconds to go.
With West Scranton, that inside shot has really been a problem for them all night. You see them leaning on the three ball and hoping to get fouls.
33 seconds. Ball on the floor. West Scranton comes up with it, tries to go low, and Chandler will foul number 41, Haley Pinto. So Pinto will head over to the free throw line with 28.1 seconds to go. And likely one of our last fouls here of the evening.
Hit a couple extra points here, been solid from the free throw line for Scranton. They missed the first shot.
You got to breathe a little bit here. And, you know, Pinto is a 11th grader and a lefty. Little depth perception and strokes that one very nicely. So it is 68-28. Brito battling down low to move the ball around. Still working it. Keating tries to get it into Brito to go the other way. So West Scranton has about 12 seconds on the clock to try to work it. 8 seconds. Coach Kenny encouraging, hey, let's get a final shot. Let's make it positive here. And that would have been beautiful. 68-28, the final Wolfpack win. Caleb, thank you so much. Good job here in the second half. We'll see you again next week.
Thank you for having me. I'd love to come back next week.
All right, the Wolfpack winners over West Scranton. Have a good night, everybody.